Well, Daniel has led a team of just 2 employees and a fraternal organization with over 1,300 people. He has been a leader in public, private, and nonprofit spaces. He's been recognized for his talent in employee recognition and team building. But now, in a speech that is sure to get Daniel fired for sexual harassment, here is Daniel Can't Kiss. Daniel Hanttula.
I have an admission to make. I cannot kiss. I've really tried to kiss, a bunch, but it turns out horrible. Sloppy, awkward, and forced. I just cannot kiss. Kiss, all caps, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. I just can't do that. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, this is why my life is a constant battle against evil. Well, if evil is simplicity. And that's why I've invented something for you. I've invented the CUSS method. CUSS stands for complexity ultimately supersedes simplicity. Let me give you a basic example. Most people are satisfied with a simple lock on the front door of their house. You stick a key in, turn it, and the door opens. Lose the key, and you're locked out. Simple, right? That's the KISS method. On the front door of my house is a lock that connects to the internet. You don't use a key, you have to download an app. I can grant people permission to unlock the front door if they download the app. It's great for my kids, my girlfriend, and my friends that take care of my house while I'm out of town. But guess what? If the power goes out, I'm locked out. If my phone is dead, I'm locked out. If my internet connection dies, I'm locked out. If the app that controls the lock is feeling the least bit persnickety that day, you get the picture. You see why it's so much fun to cuss? My leadership style is precisely the same. I abhor simplicity. Before I ever assume a role of responsibility, I learn every facet of the organization. I study the leaders that have come before me, the history of the body over whom I'm about to preside. I read the bylaws and identify areas that I want to change, loopholes I can exploit, and opportunities to be exceptional. In short, I prepare to become a very good cusser. And cussing has, over the course of my career, served me very well. In government, I was promoted from a simple project manager to a director-level position in just 23 months. I've been elected by constituents and public servants and employers to govern and promote organization of tens, hundreds, and thousands of people. I've written 8 books. I've been a contributing editor of 2 magazines for over a decade. I've found a unique voice. Some people actually want to hear me cuss. Of course, just like in everyday society, cussing has risks. Sometimes I miss an important facet of organizational rules and regulations. Sometimes I neglect to gain support for the plans I've had in place for years before I ever assumed a leadership role. In my head, they've already been invented, organized, and executed. It's not my fault that you weren't inside my brain when these incredible plans were unanimously approved. Although I must say, your attendance probably would have tarnished the distinguished panel I had assembled. Ray Willis has told us before that in the military, he had to keep it simple. And I bet he's a great kisser. Stephen Covey says the key is to keep the main thing the main thing. And Covey is not a good-looking man. But since most people close their eyes when they kiss, I suppose he could have been a good kisser as well. And to be fair, my 8 books have sold a tad less than the 30 million copies his 7 Habits book has sold. So, all right, maybe he's a fabulous kisser. But who do you really want in your corner? All these keep it simple guys like Ray and Covey that, that's like saying every star in the universe is beautiful. They just sit there emitting light all night long. What about the asteroids in the sky that light up the sky with a beautiful flaming trail? And that's incredible, right? I mean, sure, it could be headed towards the Earth and spell our inevitable doom, but let's just watch it and see what happens. Now I get it. My personality is not for everyone. In college, when I wanted to be in television and movies, my acting coach told me, you know, Daniel, you've got a voice for radio. Huh. What about my looks? Or as Toastmasters would say, what about my posture and gesture and appearance? Yeah, definitely radio. You can imagine when I heard that, I cussed. Even this speech was designed today using the cuss method. It bounces around, it makes very little sense, it's super awkward. It was just like my first kiss. It has a silly acronym. It's demanded a lot of your attention to absorb and process a very complex message that I created. It's mildly offensive. Actually, it's really offensive. I just haven't gotten there yet. But you know what? You've listened to every single word and you've loved it. Join with me. Cuss with me. Let's do this. And fuck simplicity. Madam Toastmaster?
Thank you, Daniel. My goodness. What a thought. Get to cussing.
Our next evaluator is Jose Andrade. Jose.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, and especially Daniel. I really like how woke you were, how full of energy and personality, how you started by telling us you could not kiss, saying exactly, I can't kiss, and everybody was looking at you like, what is going on? I saw at their faces. They didn't expect it, that you were going to say, keep it simple, stupid. That was a very effective use of humor, and I saw this type of derailment throughout your speech. I think in terms of subtle humor and also to create an environment that is enjoyable, you do that very effectively. I really did enjoy those techniques. The other thing that I really enjoy is the contrast of your message from kiss to cuss and incorporating that into the leadership qualities that you want to project. For example, you use Ray Willis to contrast your leadership example. You told him he's a great kisser. So it had, again, that level of humor at the same time incorporating that message that he does not necessarily follow under the cuss category that you also provided. The challenges that I see here are in terms mostly on the motivational aspect, because when I'm trying to think, what did Daniel really told me that I need to consider, I am not certain what cuss really means, because I think cuss was a little bit too fast, perhaps because I was taking notes and I was not able to fully see it. But I ask myself this question: what is inspiring me to do right now? Not be so simplistic, be more complex. What exactly under the leadership premise of Toastmaster is he trying to inculcate so I can really go for it? Is he telling me, Jose, be a pace setting, be innovative? I think that disconnect with the humor, it's a challenge that really needs to be worked on in order for the motivational aspect to be stronger, because the humor is already there. I really love that part where you said, when you were talking about your coach in college or your drama instructor, voice for radio, right? I think you have a voice for radio, absolutely. What about my looks, you ask? Definitely radio. That was perfect transition into the next point. And I feel that using that humor to connect with the pace setting, innovative or coaching elements of the leadership styles that Toastmasters is showing could provide a motivational push, because you're coming from a place of fun, humor, and at the same time, honesty. And I think that authenticity really, really will connect with your audience. So the challenge is not necessarily in the humor part, but definitely in connecting the elements of the information to motivate and inspire. And so the audience can ask this question: what did Daniel really push me to do today? To be a good kisser or to start cussing? You know, and what does that mean? Mr. General Evaluator.